Few teams dominated their qualification groups like the Netherlands. The Dutch swept aside all before them in Group 9, ending with a 100% record to take their place in South Africa as they look to win the World Cup for the first time. Paired with Norway, Scotland, Macedonia and Iceland in the smallest group in the European zone, the Netherlands were strong favourites to earn automatic qualification. The campaign began in September 2008 with an away game in Macedonia. The home side had already kicked off their campaign with a win against Scotland and proved difficult opposition for the Dutch. A tight opening 45 minutes saw the sides go in level at the break. But just a minute after the restart, Johnny Heitinga broke the deadlock, heading in from Arjen Robben's cross. That lead was doubled just before the hour when Rafael van der Vaart drilled in from just inside the box. A Goran Pandev penalty gave Macedonia a lifeline, but they couldn't force an equaliser. Two more qualifiers lay ahead in 2008, both yielded wins and clean sheets. A 2-0 win against Iceland in Rotterdam came courtesy of a goal in each half from Joris Matthijssen and Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, whilst Mark van Bommel's 63rd minute strike was enough to see off Norway in Oslo. Two home games in 4 days kicked off 2009 for the Dutch. Scotland were brushed aside in the Amsterdam Arena. Bert van Marwijk saw his side take a 2-goal lead into the break. Huntelaar had grabbed the first on the half hour. And just seconds before the half-time whistle, Robin van Persie notched his first goal of the campaign to deflate the Scots. Dirk Kuyt's penalty in the second half completed a comfortable win and set the Dutch up nicely for the return game against Macedonia. It proved to be another easy victory for the Netherlands, 4-0, and the Dutch were now in touching distance of qualification. A perfect record of 15 points from 5 games gave the Netherlands an 8-point advantage over second-place Scotland with 3 games left to play. So a win against Iceland in Reykjavik in June 2009 would ensure the Netherlands took their place in South Africa as the first team from Europe to qualify. The game was indicative of the campaign. 2 early goals meant what could have been a nervy 90 minutes turned out to be a relatively stress-free evening for the devastating Dutch. It took just 9 minutes for the Netherlands to open the scoring. Nigel de Jong headed in Rafael van der Vaart's pinpoint cross. 7 minutes later the game and qualification were settled as Mark van Bommel drove in from the edge of the box. Despite a late goal from the home side, the Netherlands never looked like relinquishing their lead. The Dutch could have been forgiven for relaxing in their final 2 games, but they ensured a perfect campaign with wins against Norway and Scotland to end with a maximum 24 points. Satisfying reading with the Netherlands 14 points clear of second-place Norway. The Netherlands had scored 17 goals, conceding just 2, a truly outstanding achievement. Many argue the Netherlands are the foremost team never to have won the World Cup. The pain of losing successive finals in 1974 and 78 is still keenly felt. But after such a dominant showing in qualifying, and with an impressive array of attacking talent, the Netherlands will be amongst the favourites when the 2010 World Cup finals kick off in June.